Alright guys, so you're here to learn about PHP and get right into coding so you can make up a good website. Before you start really coding, you will need to download three things. You will need a text editor. I use Notepad++. It's a really good one because it's got various different colors for various different variables and stuff like that. You will need Apache server, which is going to be just a regular server you can host your stuff on, and you're going to need a database itself. So the link to all those are in the description of the video. If you got any questions on how to set everything up, just post and I will make a video if anyone is really interested on how to set everything up. Alright, so after you downloaded everything and set everything up, you're pretty much ready to code. So you're gonna start with opening up your, make a new file. Mine is called whatever .php, right? And when you open it up, it's going to be just blank like this, right? So first thing in PHP coding that needs to be done is you need to declare your code as a PHP. So first what you're going to do is do open bracket question mark PHP. This signals the code that gets executed that is going to be a PHP code, right? Now PHP gets integrated with many different kinds of languages like HTML and JavaScript and CSS and all that other stuff to make really good stuff. But this is how you differentiate between PHP and regular HTML. So let's start by having an HTML. Start here, let's have a head. And it's really good to have proper indenting if you wanna just have you make your code look pretty organized, and this way you won't have any trouble differentiating between code. Right, so this is the start of PHP. Every time you start a PHP code, you will need to have this and this. That just signals the start of the PHP line, and that just signals the end of the PHP line. Okay, let's make our first application or website using PHP. So we're gonna just have the website display hello world right as soon as you go to where you want it. So first thing you want to do is go to where you extracted and downloaded and installed pretty much your MySQL database. And I installed XAMPP, which is pretty good in my opinion. It works everything. I installed the portable version, so I just had to extract the files. So all you gotta go to htdocs now and delete everything in there. You probably have more files in there what I do, because I probably deleted it a while back. XAMPP. If you're using WAMP server, you'll need to go to www instead of htdocs, but for XAMPP you go to htdocs. Now that you deleted everything, you make a new file called index.php. Now index.php is the default that any database or server will go to. That's the first page that the person sees as soon as they go to your website, is the index page, unless you specify otherwise. And now you're going to open this in your text editor, and you'll just have a blank line. Now, as was stated before, that PHP and HTML are both integrated in one each other. So we're gonna start by having our HTML and body, and now we're gonna close our body and our HTML. Now in between the bodies, you're gonna start your PHP code, and you're gonna end that one as well. Now to display hello world on the website, you will need to just type echo. Echo meaning it will display what you want it to say in quotation marks. Whatever's in the quotation marks, it'll say. Now we're gonna want hello world. So let's type hello world, and you're gonna end your line with a semicolon. Now the semicolon is just a signal that the line has ended, and you signal to go to the next line. This is not always the case. We will see this in later on tutorials, but this will just use the semicolon from now on. So what you're going to do is save it now, and now you open up your Firefox or Internet Explorer, whatever you have, and you type localhost. This is the default page that it'll go to, is your htdocs folder, and there you have it, hello world. Now you're probably wondering why you don't type in index.php, is because, as stated before, everything is the default page is index.php. You can type in index.php and you get the same thing because it's all the same thing. Alright, so now that you made your first program using echo hello world and it displays a hello world on the index, there is also a different way where you can have hello world displayed on the website. It's pretty much just doing print. That's the same thing as echo, and it pretty much does everything the same. They can be used both interdependently, it doesn't really matter. Now let's have 2 lines of code saying hello world in 2 lines. So what you're gonna do is the HTML code for next line is break, so you're just gonna do a break in here, and let's use echo this time and have hello world and end with a semicolon. Now when you save that and go back to your index.php and refresh it, now you see that you have 2 lines of hello world, and we used echo and print at the same time, and that's pretty much your first website.